Hey guys, Bradley Dillon here from thenewfigure.com. We're in Orlando today on the Veil of Maya tour, which is going to be really sick. If you haven't seen the lineup yet, it's Veil of Maya, Structures, Viljarta, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, probably didn't. Here Comes the Kraken, and some new friends of mine. So why don't you introduce yourselves and what band you play?
Okay, well, we're playing a band called Northlane, and my name's Adrian, I'm the vocalist.
I'm Alex, play bass.
Alright, so first question for you guys. You guys just put out a new record earlier this year. It's done really well in Australia, and it's done so well here that you're able to tour over here with someone like Veil of Maya, for them to take you under their wing and have you tour them. It's gotta be pretty cool. What's the touring cycle? Not touring cycle, rather. How has this tour been going for you guys since it's your first time in USA?
Pretty awesome, hey, like, most of the shows have been pretty consistent. Veil have been pulling an awesome crowd, most nights, and yeah, we've been actually having, people that know our lyrics and getting into the music and wanting to, come up and chat, hang out. It's been cool. It's been a real good first time for us here in the States.
Yeah, because, I look at bands like Amity Affliction and Carnival, Dead Letter Circus, who have toured over here after touring forever in Australia and everywhere but here. And it's really nice to see you guys over here, because I feel like it's really important for bands from other countries to get exposure. So, because I feel like the crowds are a lot different from here, say, than England. What have the crowds been like here compared to back in Australia?
That's a hard question.
I guess you can't really compare the two because we're from Australia, like an American band in their home state or their hometown will get, a great reception. But for our first time here, like we've been playing to some smaller, more intimate crowds, but it's been just as crazy. Like it's been people jumping on top of each other, going crazy, singing lyrics. Like, it's been very surprising as well.
Yeah.
We didn't really expect. We knew people knew of us, but we didn't expect the type of reaction that we've been getting. So it's no real comparison back home because we're from Australia.
And it's our first time here as well.
But it's definitely surprising, and it's very humbling to see the type of reaction that we've been getting.
Alright, so next question for you. Who did the album artwork for your album? Because I really like a lot of the symbolism behind it. It's just really well done. Who did it?
Well, it was designed by two people, photographer Ben Clement and Pat Fox from a sort of freelance graphic design company called Apollo Collective. And I sort of worked out an idea with the band about what it would look like, and have the man movement and the pyramids and everything like that. And then we took that idea to the designers and they sort of represented it for us and did a good job.
So what do you think the one thing is that people would take away from seeing your playing live? What's the one thing you want everyone to know?
I'll say that just remember having a real fun time and maybe even, being impressed. I would love for people to come to our shows and be impressed with like the way we played and how the show went. If they have heard of us before, if they haven't, not knowing what to expect, hopefully they can come to our show and have a better time than they thought they would have had. And really just something that's got a lot of crowd participation involved as well, with like everyone jumping up and down and just having a good sort of celebratory time. That's sort of what I want someone to take away from the concert for sure.
Alright, now listening to I've been a fan of yours probably since probably late 2011. I know with the new record you put out, I can tell you there's more influences, maybe even from bands you grew up hearing, and obviously with your own fresh sound. What kind of music do both of you listen to? What are some of your favorite bands or albums that you were just like, yeah, this is why I play music?
Meteora, Linkin Park is definitely one. I used to listen to even a bit of like Alien Ant Farm, they're like a very old band. Who else? Oh damn, so many bands too. Blink-182. I grew up on a lot of like pop punk sort of stuff as well. bands that I absolutely love growing up. I even listened to a lot of Parkway Drive growing up as well. What about you?
Is it like in relation to like the inspired us for Singularity or just in general?
Either one, but more, I guess more in general.
I guess I think the Cromcat was like one of those first Australians, like them and Parkway Drive, and we were kind of growing up. It's when they had their time, and that was a really big inspiration because before them, like what other Australian bands came over to the States or went to Europe to tour or anything like that, like there were bands, but didn't really make as much of an impact as what those two bands did for me at the time. And then obviously growing up, getting a little bit older, maturing more with music is probably like Carnival's last 3 CDs, like the band Can Do No Wrong. Yeah, like two major influences, like very different, but there'd be two major influences that shaped me personally as a musician, and I know that like Carnival, Parkway, bands like that as a whole, like me, Adrian, and everyone else in the band, like we're all kind of, we'll have our own different music styles, but we're all generally agree on like a lot of bands like that as well.
Definitely.
So, I look at 2013, and I was actually doing a top 100 list just because there's so many good albums this year. It's definitely one, because it's awesome. But what have been some of your favorite albums this year? What have you been listening to that you're just like, wow, this really sticks out for me?
Sempiternal, Bring Horizon, for sure. That album's absolutely incredible. The Things We Think We're Missing, Balance and Composure, that record's great as well. What else can I say? What else has come out this year?
Carnival, Asymmetry.
Yeah.
It was very unexpected, very different, but after a couple of listens, it's another one that kind of just grabbed me personally and put a little listen to it.
Yeah.
2013. Maybe Born of Size record wasn't bad. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what records have actually come out this year.
We've been on the road so much, like it's hard to keep track of who's releasing CDs when you're always touring with like a different band or like where you're kind of getting into it for the first time. Like we did a tour with American band in Europe. They were part of a 7-man bill called 100th.
Yeah.
And they just released like a first part of a 2-part EP, which was great.
That's awesome.
That's another one, like they were released this year.
I think there was like a local Australian band called Vices that released an EP earlier this year, and that really impressed me. It was really sick. Like, the hardcore community in Sydney now has got like some good potential. It's sick.
So, if you could offer one piece of advice for local bands or bands who are just getting together, what would that be? Why?
I've been asked this question a few times, so I might as well give a different answer. Save your money. Don't spend money on stupid things because you're going to need it further down the track. You're going to need that cushion to land on if you have to leave your job, or if you get fired from your job and you end up being on the road full time. It is financially hard. So if you're planning on being in a band, definitely be careful with your money. Save as much as you can and try and budget. Yeah, that's a piece of advice that I would give any person in the band for sure.
So last question for you guys. You guys, like you said, you were touring with 100, I think, Carn Effects over in Europe. I really wanted that lineup to come here, but what can you do? And then you've got this tour of Veil Maya going on. What do you guys got going on for, say, next year? Anything you can reveal to us?
When we come off this tour, we've got a little bit of a break, like a Christmas period downtime. Then we jump straight into, it's kind of like one of Australia's bigger festivals, like mainstream festivals called Big day out. And then after that, we've got plans to go back to Europe. We've been to the States once. We definitely want to come back because the reaction has been phenomenal. There's nothing really set in concrete. We don't really have any confirmed dates. That it's just all like planning. We're just trying to plan for the future, and we really don't know as a band what we're doing. Like if we should still tour or take some time off, maybe write some stuff. Who knows?
Because we've been touring our fucking asses off.
Since before Singularity came out.
The past 4 years has been just touring for us.
I don't know. I think because we're missing a guy here anyway. So once we get home, as a whole, we're going to have just to sit down, and I guess we'll just see what we want to do for the new year. We don't really have anything besides the small little festival run.
That's the fun part about it.
We can choose what we want to do.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you guys have anything you'd like to tell fans, friends, family back home, maybe?
Anyone back home, we miss everyone back in Australia, and fans from the States, thanks for supporting, and hopefully we'll see you at the show sometime soon.
Alright, well, thanks for doing this interview, guys. It was definitely good getting to know you, and I'm really glad you guys came over here, by the way. Thanks again for watching this interview. Be sure to check out Northlane, Facebook, Twitter, all those fancy social media websites everyone likes to use nowadays. And be sure to check out this interview and more on thenewfury.com. Thanks for watching. Later.